All right, man. Let's talk about Oleksandr Usyk matching up with Tyson Fury. A lot of people think it's a foregone conclusion that Tyson Fury is going to whoop on Oleksandr Usyk. All right, because Fury bigger, but Anthony Joshua is bigger and more athletic than. Well, he was just as big as Fury, not just, but he big guy, more athletic than Fury, and Usyk beat him. All right, so like I said before, I continue to say, man, I think this matchup is closer than a lot of people, want to give it to him. And one thing about Tyson Fury, he struggles versus shorter opponents, and also he's shown by getting out of character. Um, when talking about Oleksandr Usyk, he's shown getting out of character that he don't. It seems like he don't want to fight him. Now that don't really mean nothing. It could be about, well, Joshua was about the biggest dollar, but then he turned around and said that he would only fight Anthony Joshua if it was for free, and everybody would get into Wembley for free, and the fight was on free TV and all that. Then you turn around and you talk about Oleksandr Usyk, and then it's about, oh, I need the most money possible and this, that, and the third. Anytime you hear about him talk about Usyk, he get out of character, and that's for a reason. These two are the last two left for a reason, right? They're the last two, standing on the end of the mountain for a reason. And they the best that the division has to offer. Now, if you do some cross matchups, they can lose. Tyson Fury is very inconsistent, right? He don't put together too many great performances. He don't put together too many great performances. But of lately, he put together some hell of a performances. Let's be real. Ever since Wilder won fight, that was a hell of a performance to get off the couch for the most part. He did have a couple warm ups, but that still was a hell of a performance. And he should be favored, to be honest. But I just know that he struggles versus fighters that's shorter than him. You've seen it with Wallin. We've seen it versus Steve Cunningham. And I think it's going to be a little bit difficult, than, it was with Steve Cunningham, where he just started laying on him. You notice he couldn't do that with Wallin either. So, and one thing about Oleksandr Usyk, he understands how to leverage. There's a reason why AJ couldn't lean on him and really, put his physical strength on him. Usyk understands to drop his weight. You see him. You see when he drop his weight and he get up under his opponent's chest and right where their rib cage at, and how he popped Joshua in the mouth with the shoulder. So he understands how to fight bigger guys. And he knows his advantage versus Tyson Fury. He knows Fury can't see those shorter punches coming. He can't see those punches coming. And that's a huge advantage. That's a huge advantage. When you can't see something where it's coming from, you know what I'm saying? That gives your opponent a big advantage. A tremendous advantage. And that's one thing you see with Tyson Fury. He can't see, with shorter fighters, he can't see the punches coming. Like Deontay struggled with, fighters that's eye length or taller. Tyson Fury struggles with fighters that's shorter. He struggled with guys that are significantly shorter. And that's a huge problem where he can't really see those shots coming. That wasn't no fluke by Wallin did. It wasn't no fluke what Steve Cunningham did. He simply can't see those punches. Now, is Usyk Wallin or Steve Cunningham? Absolutely not. They are different fighters. But he can do some things in there that could bother Tyson Fury. Now, do I think he can knock Fury out? Absolutely not. Do I think he catching Fury at the best time for him? Absolutely. I think he catching Fury for the best time for him. You know, right now is the best time to catch him. You know, so but yeah, he can't see them punches coming. And Usyk is a master of fighting taller and bigger guys. It's kind of like Sean Porter in the amateur. Sean Porter had a lot of success. Sean Porter had a lot of success fighting taller guys. He beat Usyk in the amateurs. His style was tailor made to fight taller guys. May not necessarily be bigger guys, but it's, you know, his talent was to fight taller guys. That was his thing. You know, and he gonna have that advantage with Tyson Fury. You know, and one thing about Fury, he is big. You know, he can lean on Oleksandr Usyk, but Usyk is not gonna make. Usyk is a different type of fighter than Deontay Wilder. Wilder didn't know no better. You know, Wilder was supposed to drop his weight, but it's a little bit different for Wilder because he's a lot bigger too. That's the difference. He's a lot bigger. So pretty much, you know, that was the difference. He was a lot bigger. You know, so, but Usyk, you know, I think you might see something different from Usyk. He might lose Tyson Fury feet against him. Fury is a long strider at 6'9". So you might see what Usyk did versus Tyson with Anthony Joshua in the first fight. He might be a little bit more choppy with his attack, with his feet. His feet might be a little bit more choppy, losing a little bit more. And he knows Tyson Fury got to plant the throw. So, you know what he's gonna do. And Fury is probably at some point gonna turn into that Sugar Hill Fury and be aggressive. And Usyk got to be ready for that. Because what Fury gonna do is he gonna drop a left hook or a right hook to Usyk body. Usyk hurl over. Fury gonna close the gap. He not scared to get hit like Anthony Joshua. Fury gonna close that gap, and that's the big difference. When Anthony Joshua hit Usyk to the stomach, you know, when he hit Usyk to the body, Usyk curled over and rolled out and covered up. Anthony Joshua let him slide through the side door. And one thing about it is that that won't be the case with Usyk. That won't be the case with Tyson Fury. Fury is not gonna let he's not you know, scared about getting hit, and he not gonna get tired. That's the difference. So the thing about it is when he touched Usyk to the body, Tyson Fury is going to take advantage of that. He gonna touch the body. He gonna try to roll out, and Fury gonna throw another body shot, try to get him right. You know, try to get him stationary. Then he gonna close the gap and lean on him and put all his weight on there. And Usyk gonna drop his weight, and that's gonna be an interesting battle right there. You know, and Tyson Fury is probably you know, stronger than Anthony Joshua. So he probably gonna come in heavy versus Usyk. But Usyk gonna fight somebody that can match his conditioning. It's gonna be interesting to see, you know, how Usyk how he attacked this. Honestly, it's gonna be very interesting to see how Usyk what his game plan is. I know he's gonna try to use Tyson Fury feet as a starting point, but I'll say this: he's not fighting the athlete they was fighting Anthony Joshua or the natural puncher, but he fighting somebody that ain't scared to get hit, who got a hell of a chin, and he fighting somebody in there who conditioning ain't gonna fail him. So, you know, Tyson Fury should definitely be favored, but I think Usyk. I think it's gonna be interesting, man. Adjustment. It's gonna be able to see. I think Usyk gonna do a little bit something different. That's what I think. I think Usyk gonna do a little bit something different in this fight, and it might just be attacking, you know, Fury's solar plex in his body. But Fury is a big dude, bro. He is a big dude, man, and And Usyk got his hands, Usyk got his hands full. Definitely do, but I don't think it's gonna be the power that beat. If he beat Tyson Fury, it's not gonna be the power. It's gonna be him outboxing and outpointing him. That's what I think it's gonna be. That's what I think it's gonna be. It's gonna he gonna try to replicate what Otto Wallin did, and you got to back Fury up. He want this to be the boxing Fury, not the aggressive Fury. Because to be honest, he got enough power to make the aggressive Fury pay? That's the question. And then, is he gonna put on any additional weight, or he gonna just come in the way he come in at as a like he did with Joshua? Because Tyson Fury probably gonna come in at 270, 280. But Usyk he's not gonna let Fury fight at that weight. He's not gonna fight Fury pace neither. He gonna pick up the pace. He gonna keep Fury. It's gonna be a faint fest. That's what we can say. This shit gonna be a faint fest, But I really think Usyk can do it, dog. But if I was a bet man, I'd probably bet on Tyson Fury. Honestly, I'd probably put my money on Fury, but just overall size. But like I said, he struggled versus shorter fighters. Whatever that reason is, he struggled versus shorter fighters. He really do. He really do. So, and that might show here. That's his weakness. That's his weakness. That's his weakness, bro. He tend to struggle versus shorter fighters. And Usyk, he got to use his feet against him. Usyk got to use his feet against him. But it's gonna be a faint fest, man. I think it's gonna be a chess match. It ain't gonna be the most beautiful fight you ever saw. Style, style for style. Anthony Joshua fight versus Fury would have been a way better fight for fanfare. It would have been a way better fight for fanfare. Way better fight, but obviously this is what we dealt. But I think if you like a tactical fight, this the fight for you. But neither one is the biggest punchers around. But I think it's still gonna be a hell of a fight. But hey, let me know what you girls and guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. And subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance of notifications. We go live, drop a video. Financially, you want to support the channel, Cash App, $ CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link in the description. Hit the link tree, find me on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, the whole nine. On financially support the channel, Cash App, $ CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link in the description. All that's in the description inside the link tree as well. Appreciate the love, support. Check out the Heavyweight Boxing Talk playlist for more videos like this. But one time for the one time, Good Fella TV. Y'all know what the business is. Peace.